Among the earliest people who got involved in online media were animators, in part because their work translated really well to the online medium, especially the ones who were producing in Flash, and in part because of the frustration that they had with the way the marketplace worked, that the only place that their non-professional films could run were festivals. And so they started going online in a very active way in the late 90s. And by 2005, my colleagues and I, who are in the animation business, realized that there was no real centralized source for seeing the best of the best of the best. And because of that, we started Channel Frederator November 2005 as a video podcast that really was, in its own way, looking at things almost like MTV, which is, what are the best of the short films that are running out there, and can we show them to a wider audience? Hundreds of films started coming in, some from people we know, but many from people that we did not. The core is probably what we would think of as the core of online video viewers, late teens to maybe early 30s. I don't know whether it's because they're the first adopters or they have the most time. You know, you can't tell, or maybe it's the subject matter that particularly appeals to them. We have men and women. We usually hear from men a little bit more often, but we keep a 24-hour phone line up, and we get calls from, you know, everyone all over the world. We got calls from the middle of Hurricane Katrina, believe it or not, from people telling us how happy they were that something could make them laugh in the face of tragedy. We've gotten calls from Africa. We've gotten calls from Asia. From men, women, everywhere around the place, from professionals, from fans, whatever it might be, making us realize that our audience is as far-flung as the kind of films that are being submitted to us.
This is it, folks, the best animation of 2007, and it's up to you to decide who takes home the Freddy. It's the second annual Channel Frederator.
And because we were so early in the video podcasting game, we literally came out a couple days after the first video iPod. Among the first people who were involved in our audience were the more technologically savvy geeks that were out there, where the animation kind of appealed to their, you know, twisted sensibilities, you know, as it were. And they started spreading the word for us all over the place. So whether the audience became the animation public or the sort of technology public, we started building up more and more of a word of mouth among filmmakers, whether they be amateurs that were working in their basements or professionals that were making work on the side from their day jobs.